my friend. I really enjoyed seeing you today. Tell you what, we're gonna do a quick chord review. Follow along with me. If you need to, pause the video and then go back. A C major, a D minor. The D minor looks like the F major, but it has our note underneath. 3 notes, looks like a little chair. D minor. Now, one of the concepts is we could do our teeter-totters by taking a finger off, putting another finger where that was, and then making the same exact shape with different fingies, which means when we move this up and bar, we get an E minor. D minor, D sharp minor, E minor. They're hard chords, but today you played this chord, so I'm pretty sure you can do these too. Otherwise, a simple E minor can be played by just going 1 fret, 2 fret, and 3 fret. But I start at the 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and 4th fret, slowly going down those. I leave this last one open. That's an E minor as well. The F major, you know, because that's kind of what I use to describe its relative minor, the D minor. So F major. Our G major is going to be our major 5th. That's a good one too. Remember, if you have a hard time remembering which finger goes where, for the beginning, just kind of rake the fret and then leave your finger on the thickest string at the 2nd fret for the D note. Because C is open, it's middle C. C sharp is at the 1st fret, and then C double sharp is a D. We don't call it a C double sharp. You can. I could call a D sharp a C triple sharp if I wanted to, but that's just, it's silly. So with that D note, we're gonna go all the way up top and play that B note with our 2nd finger, so we get these little bookends. They're cute, and I'm gonna show you a little progression we can do at the end so you can remember how to play those. And then we wrap our 3rd finger around for that note. Now remember, this is the G major, and just like any chord that has 3 fingers, you can take 1 finger off, put a 2nd finger where that is, 3rd finger follows, and then we bring the pinky on. It's the same chord, we're just playing it with a different fingering set. Right on. Our 6 is A minor. So C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor. We've got a B diminished. 1st finger on the F, 2nd finger on the D, 3rd finger on the B. You know this one. B diminished, it's also a G7. All chords have 2 names. And that resolves to our C major. The point I wanted to make and get across is we can play anything in the key of C major. C major, D minor, F major, G major. We're going to start playing a lot of these progressions and learn how to play the chords with rhythm. The thing is, you're getting pretty good at the chords. Let's work on the rhythm. Today's rhythm is based off of a 16th note. When we count a whole note, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play with the sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are whole notes because they have 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. When we play on the 1 and the 3, we now limited that whole note from having 4 beats per measure to now they have 2. Notice how I'm playing 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1st beat, 2nd beat. Now when we go to 4/4 and we play quarter notes, they each get 1 beat, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4. About here is when I start counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That simply means that in music there's a downbeat and an upbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So when I go from quarter notes and I put 2 beats or 2 quarter notes in the place of 1, I get 8th notes. When we do these 8th notes, we then can go even further and call them 16th notes. But when I'm playing these 8th notes, I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When I speed those up, I get. And at that point, it's a little hard to go 1 and 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It gets a little jumbled. So to do subdivisions, we call that 1 E and a. 2 E and a. Notice how when I said 2, I'm just changing the note that comes on the 1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which are 4 beats, but we call them 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3. I can get rid of all the E-us and still do my 1, 2, 3. But the idea is, if I'm reading a note or a measure, and the notes have heads that are filled in that aren't just percussion, but they have frequency, I might have something that calls for a eighth note, rest, quarter. That's nothing more than a 1 E and a, but we don't play the third beat. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, eighth note, quarter, eighth note, quarter rest, quarter, eighth note, quarter rest, quarter. The idea is the lack of space between those 4 notes. If I were to say rest on the E and the and, 1 E and 2 E and 3, it would actually just sound like we're playing a random eighth note. Eighth note, super slow, or quarter, quarter. Either way, you can count it any way you want. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to be working on that a little bit more. And here's the chord progression. Play this open. Try and get this rhythm of down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. And then take your first finger and your second finger and play the first fret on the low C string, and then the first fret with your second finger on the high A string, giving you down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then move that up a half step so that you get the G6. That first one is called a C sharp diminished. This is an A minor 7, C sharp diminished, and then a G6. The whole feeling should have like a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. So our rhythm is 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. See how I can play it really fast, or it's just as fun playing it slow. All downstrokes. Downstroke, 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 downstroke. And at some point, try going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And what happens when you get a little faster, the hand doesn't have a necessity to... See how my hand's just one constant motion? At a certain point, you just can't go that fast. So, I really enjoyed seeing you. Remember, start slow and then speed up. It's much easier. I really enjoyed seeing you, and I'll see you again next week. Aloha.